Have you ever been bullied at work? You're not alone. There's a large range, but depending on which study you look at, up to 90% of nurses have. And I'm not talking about being hangry or undercaffeinated. I'm talking about the destructive social behaviors perpetrated on nurses, CNAs, respiratory therapists, etc. that undermine a healthy work environment. As I covered in my last video, this sadly pushes nurses out of the profession or worse. There are several forms of bullying, but in this video specifically we're talking about colleague against colleague, also known as lateral violence. So let's take a look at what it is, who's doing it, and why it's so destructive. The dictionary definition is the abuse and mistreatment of someone vulnerable by someone stronger, more powerful, etc. Applied to the workplace, that looks like verbal abuse, intimidation, ostracism and exclusion, gossip and rumors, sabotage, and even breaches in someone's privacy. So why would someone bully? Power and control, low self-esteem, maybe for them it's a learned behavior or culture, stress and burnout, lack of emotional intelligence, or organizational failures, i.e. toxic work environments where bullying is rewarded. The stereotype is it's always the older nurses, and in my last video I cited older nurses specifically because personally that's who I experienced bullying from. You've heard the saying, nurses eat their young. But that's a generalization and more of a one bad apple ruining the bunch. So while it's true that some older nurses do bully, there's no age restriction, and some of the newer nurses coming in form cliques and perpetuate those same behaviors I mentioned earlier. Bullying from newer nurses is really bad for two reasons. One is you're cutting off the wisdom from the more experienced nurses. And two, you don't know what you don't know. And that leads to worse patient outcomes. Maybe you missed something on a patient you would have otherwise picked up if you had a conversation with the nurse that you decided to bully. Turns out the mean girl drama does not end in high school. But honestly, what sense does it make? Our jobs are tough enough and we need as many allies as we can get. The bottom line is bullying's stupid, it's non-productive, it has a negative lasting impact, and it makes our jobs tougher than they already are. If you've experienced bullying at work, comment below. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching.